Hi everyone, I'm Edyta Sitar from Laundry Basket Quilts. Welcome to Quilting Window. Today we are working on our Eldon quilt and we're doing quilt along. This is step number 2 in our journey and we are going to be making beautiful log cabins. Notice it, they go right around that gorgeous star that you did it last time. We finished the stars and now we're going to start with our log cabins. How exciting. If you just joining us in, do not worry. We have the patterns, we have kits, and we have all the information for you on our blog. So visit our website at www.laundrybasketquilts.com where you can go ahead and click on the button blog, go to Eldon and start with a step 1. But for now, just join us in, watch this video, and in the end of the video, I'm going to answer some questions that were put for our block 1, our step 1 for the stars. So stay tuned and watch the whole video, enjoy it, and then I'm going to answer some fun tips and questions that you guys had. So today, like I said, we're going to be working on a log cabin, and the log cabin is just so simple and so fun. If you're working from the kit, of course you're gonna need a pattern. I already have my pattern on the table. I'm using templates to trim and to cut, so you guys gonna need that. That's in our sewing basket. But also we have a beautiful kit. And this part of the kit, this is the one that you will cut the log cabin blocks from. We have dark black and dark fabrics for that gorgeous accent right here. Then we have a wonderful selection of mediums, and this is your lights. Pull out of this stash just 3 colors. So you need your dark, right there. You're gonna need your accent, so I chose the red, and then I have bunch of lights, so I always have them sitting next to me, and I have them right here. So you're gonna pull a bunch of lights, and all the directions for cutting are in our pattern. I'm not giving them out here, or they're not on our blog. I really appreciate you guys if you grab the pattern. There's so many information in it, and on the first page you have how to cut one block. So I would start with that. We making one block, learning the technique, and then you can go ahead and cut out all your fabrics for the whole quilt and enjoy it. But right now I need you to cut strips, light strips. You need dark medium. There I chose my red. This is my black for my accent, and out of the black I also cut a little wider strip for a center of my log cabin. Once you have the strips cut according to the cutting instruction in a pattern, we're gonna go ahead and section the strips to sections because we're gonna need them for our little logs. And I'm gonna start in the center, and I already cut it my sections. And first step that I'm going to do, I'm gonna take the center, take a small light rectangle, place it right sides together, sew it, flip it open as soon as I finish, and that seam is going to go towards outside of the log cabin. We're gonna be pushing all the seams towards the outside. Now my second strip, sew it, flip it open, and now again push the seam allowance towards the outside. I'm just putting the pieces and pretending I'm sewing it, but I did that at home for you, and you're going to do that as well. You're gonna go ahead, place your pieces, stitch it, flip it open. And to speed things up for our video, like I said, I did it at home for you guys, and it's ready, set, go. Look, all of the seams are going towards the outside, and this is the time then you're gonna go ahead and check your little unit if it's correct. So I always look at the last strip length that I have put on, and in this case it's 2.5, and my unit right now should be 2.5 by 2.5. I check, I measure, it's perfect. If it's not, I would have trimmed it and adjust my 1/4 inch seam allowance to make sure that I'm ready, set, go for the next step. And the next, I'm going to be adding another light, one more light, then I'm going to go ahead and add my black and another black. sew all the way around. Again, all the seams are gonna be pushed to the outside, and I have prepared one for you. Look how cute it is. Look at this. Again, all the seams are going out. Now this time also you're gonna go ahead, place your ruler, check that everything is correct, trim it, nicely press it. As I'm sewing, I'm only finger pressing or using my low pressing tool. As soon as I finish one round of locks, that's what I'm gonna take an iron and press it. We don't want to press it every single time because we will wear out this block by the time it's done. So very gentle pressing only when you finish one round of locks. Done, trim. All right, now you know the routine. You're going to need another light log, and I am alternating my lights. I'm making it totally scrappy. If you want it, you could repeat all the lights. I want it nice and scrappy. I am paying attention to my dark colors and keeping them nice and organized, so that way I have a nice flow of color all the way around my blocks. I'm keeping nice and clean and organized. Can I use two reds for this spot? Absolutely, but I'm keeping the color the same. It does not have to be exact the same fabric, but I like to keep a nice and same color. All right, one more light log, then we're gonna go ahead with a red and a red. Finish sewing. And guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna push the seam allowance towards the outside, press it, and this time you're gonna grab your beautiful template. And I love this template because it's so easy. I can finish bunch of blocks. I'm gonna place my template right over. I'm gonna check if it's perfect, great. If it's not, I would have go ahead and trim it to a perfect size. And also, as soon as I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that I keep going, because guess what? You need 8 of log cabins for every single star. And if you're gonna be making the whole quilt, there are 16 blocks. 16 times 8, you have a little homework to do. Or you may be just doing a 1 because you want to try, so just do a 8 right here. There's also log cabins right here that I use them as my cornerstones. They're gonna be connecting my blocks. So this one is important too. For those log cabin squares, what I did is I made 4 log cabins and then sew them together, and I brought one for you guys to see it. So look at this. This time I used my lights, but then I chose black with a green, and you can reuse all the leftovers from your blocks for those final 4 log cabin blocks. So I have my blocks, and I did this already. So made my log cabin blocks, sew them into this unit. Notice that I push my seam allowances right there in opposite direction, the center, open it up. And if you're making a quilt, you're gonna make 1, 2, there are 9 of them in a quilt, and look at how cute this would look. I'm using a lighter lights than my original quilt, so everything is so crispy, so amazing. I am super excited for you guys. So this is for our log cabin. For now, I need you to finish 8 for this area, and then we're gonna be ready for our next step. So next time when I see you, we're gonna take our star and set in our log cabin into the star. Then we're gonna add this background, and I'm gonna talk to you and show you how to sew your quilt into the rows, and then you're ready, set, go. So we only have one more time that we see each other, and then we review everything and share your pictures and my pictures from this project during our live show, and then enjoy to see how your progress went. So happy quilting, and I look forward to hearing from you. All your comments are very helpful. And speaking of comments, remember at the beginning of the video, I told you had some question about the star. So we made our star for the center, and some of you have been asking, can I use my beautiful Alaska ruler to make the cut this diamonds? Because I'm using a template, a diamond template, but absolutely you can also use the Alaska ruler. All that you need to do is take your pattern, cut your paper template out of the pattern and then secure in the back of your ruler just like this, and then your ruler will protect your paper template and you can use both of them to cut it. And the Alaska ruler has 45 degrees, so it's nice and easy to use it. I like to use the template because remember, we placed the template in the middle of our panel and then trimmed it from a top, bottom, left, right, and we just rotate. You could do the same thing with this, but you would be only able to trim just two sides. Then you have to rotate your ruler and then you finish trimming by just placing and following your paper template, not to lose the measurements and cut something wrong. So I always like to put my paper template behind there and use it as my little guide and light. So this is for today. Happy quilting. I am so proud of you. So many of you have took the chance and learned something new with me just before the holidays, and I know all your quilts going to be beautiful. It is a total treat and a treasure to see you guys achieve such a wonderful goals and learn something new and exciting. Happy quilting!